Hi, my name is Elizabeth Eastaugh and I'm a Director of Technology at Expedia. A lot of people think about Expedia as a travel company and primarily a travel company. We who work at Expedia think of Expedia as a technology company first and foremost, and we just happen to sell travel. There are so many different permutations in getting from A to B that it becomes a huge technology issue, not only to try and figure out the best permutation for you, but how we can bundle those permutations together. I think at Expedia we are one of the largest online travel agencies, and we sell every different type of travel product, not just flights, not just hotels, but also things like ground transport and activities, so you can do some pretty cool stuff when you're actually on your holiday. Expedia masks a lot of the technology challenges that we really do face. We do try and provide a real seamless experience for our customers, but behind that great exterior that we have got some amazing technology challenges. In order to interface with a whole host of different products, we have to create varying different solutions for each of those interfaces that we have between hotels or flights inventory or activities inventory. Everything works in a completely different way, and so our ability to check availability to make sure that actually the hotel that you want or that ground transport is actually going to be available to you when you purchase that is a real huge technology challenge. So Expedia has to, a lot of the time, work with some pretty legacy back-end systems, and those legacy back-end systems have all the limitations that you would expect of technology that was built 20 years ago. Oftentimes we find that when we try and book products, they only allow credit cards to be used, and so we know nowadays that our customers want to have a whole range of different buying options, for example Alipay, PayPal or Bitcoin. So we put in some pretty fancy technology to facilitate that transaction, even though those legacy back-end systems that we have to work with wouldn't allow it, and so we really try and make sure that we can do that for our customers. Travellers by nature are really diverse, so not only do we have this amazing set of technology challenges, we also have to make sure that we can solve that technology challenge for our diverse customer base. In order to stay ahead of the trends and really think about the future of travel and what that looks like, we hire a diverse set of talented engineers and a diverse set of people that are in the technology space. Diversity is really important to us because not only do we sell a diverse set of products, but we want to make sure that we're really thinking outside of the box, and the only way to do that is to be looking for and hiring talent that comes from different walks of life and really can think in completely different directions and think in ways that we haven't thought about before. We're always looking at the real future of travel within Expedia, and in order to do that, we have to be bold and brave. We have to come up with really bonkers suggestions, and we have to come up with stuff that fails. We can't be afraid of making some bold choices and some bold moves, and not all of those bold choices and bold moves will work. And so we have a really strong culture at Expedia of test and learn that allows us to make small incremental investments into sometimes really crazy ideas, but we will know pretty quickly whether or not they fail. So our one motto is, let's just fail fast. And as long as we're failing fast, we're really bold and we're really brave. At the moment, one of the things that we're playing around with is Amazon Echo. And so we're building some technology that really allows us to think about how do customers interact with the Echo, what does that interaction look like, and how can Expedia facilitate that interaction and help people book or even just find travel in a way that makes sense to them. So we're doing quite a lot of work in figuring out how people are using that, what people are doing with that interaction, going into labs and finding out what it is they want to do. There's no point us building something in the way that we think it's going to work. We want it to really work for customers in their own way. So we're doing some pretty cool stuff there. The technology problem will never go away with travel, because when you think about how we used to travel in the 70s, it was very much, especially for us in Britain, we would go on these package holidays, and that's how we knew to travel. That's what travel looked like for us. Or you'd go on a bus tour, but that's essentially what travel meant for us in the UK. In the US, it still meant domestic travel. The world is getting smaller, and as the world gets smaller, the way we travel as people changes, and the way that we think about travel is very different to how our friends will think about travel or how our families think about travel. And so it's constantly evolving. And so whenever we build a piece of technology for our customers to be able to make travel as frictionless as possible, as soon as we do that, there will be a new innovation in technology. Expedia has been in the travel industry for over 20 years. We were one of the 4 founders of online travel agencies. We've seen a significant amount of evolution in that space, and we've continued to try and be at the forefront, and we've succeeded in being at the forefront of the way people book and handle travel. We're really proud at Expedia of being the #1 online travel agency, and we continue to work hard to make sure we stay there.